Hi, this is Chris Dillard with the Release Technique. Now, many of us believe that we simply don't have a choice when it comes to improving our lives in a meaningful and significant way. And perhaps we would like to have more wealth, more abundance in our life, but how's that going to happen? Unless we change careers or flat out get lucky and win the lottery or something. Now, the thing is, you do have a choice. And each of us is choosing our lives moment by moment. We decide each moment whether to be rich or whether to be poor. We decide whether to have effortlessness or troubles. Now, I'm going to show you how you can prove it to yourself, how you have a choice, and you could choose to have a wonderful, abundant life with ease. Now, after all, Henry Ford said it best. If you think you could do a thing or not do a thing, you're right. And look what he accomplished. And anybody who accomplishes anything in life simply does so because they made a decision to do it. Now, if you're really interested in stepping up and mastering your life in a meaningful and significant way, and mastering your mind and mastering your ability to have anything by deciding to do it and doing it that easily, then join us at the upcoming 2-weekend Change Your Life class. This is a rare opportunity for you to work with all of the Release Technique teachers and bring your goals to the table, and we'll show you how you can take out all of the mental obstacles, leaving you free and clear to choose to have whatever it is that you really want in life. Now, click the link below. Check it out. This is a super powerful event. And if you bring along one friend who has not taken this class before, you get to go for free. So click the link below and check it out and join us. Now, when you look at something that is an obstacle in your life, something that you would like to do, but you feel like you can't do it. Now, somewhere in there, you have a sound that's playing in your head. It says, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm not smart enough. Now, somewhere in there, you made that decision. Somewhere in your past. Maybe you're a little kid, and maybe somebody told you something. Or maybe something happened to you. You were succeeding, then all of a sudden, it all got taken away from you. Now, whether or not you believe that external forces collaborated to take that away from you or to rob you of your ability to have abundance, that isn't true. You made that decision. And if something happened that you didn't like, you made that decision that I can't do it. Now, I'm going to show you how you can start lifting away that burden so you can get clear and choose to step into I can. Now just go back to the earliest that you can remember making this decision or having this thought that says, I'm not good enough, I can't win, life is hard, it's not for me, whatever that decision was. Now, something happened in your life, or somebody said something to you, and maybe you were a kid, maybe you were a teenager. Just go back as earliest as you can remember where this event happened in your life. Now, what happened was a feeling got stirred up. And get in touch with this feeling that you felt in that moment. And maybe it's a feeling of grief, anger, depression. And this feeling in that moment was such an intolerable feeling that you were feeling. And you tried to cover up that feeling with this decision. Well, I just can't win, or I'm just not good enough. And by making this declaration, it was a way of coping with that feeling and a way of covering it up. However, you haven't actually gotten rid of that feeling. In fact, you've been carrying this feeling with you all through your whole life, since way back when. Now is your opportunity where you can really let it go. Now just get in touch with how you're feeling in that moment. And welcome up this feeling, even if it doesn't feel so good. Now just say yes to it. Because yes is welcoming, yes is positive. And the feeling, it really wants to leave. In fact, it's been wanting to leave all these years. But you wouldn't actually let it leave because all this time you've been trying to cover it up and you've been saying no to it. So now, just say yes to the feeling. And say yes to the feeling even more. And say yes to the feeling even more. And say yes to it even more. And say yes to it even more. And even more. And even if it's a big thing, even if it's a heavy thing, could you just say yes to it? Because yes is positive, and does positive hurt anything? So could you just say yes to it? And even more. And even more. Now, notice if you feel a little bit lighter. Feeling a little bit more elevated, a little bit more powerful. Now, welcome up the rest of this feeling. Since you're a bit more powerful now, now you have the ability to allow it to come up. And you see it's just a feeling. And all of these feelings, even the horrible, deep, heavy feelings, they're only feelings. And they belong to you. So could you just allow it to arise? It's just a feeling. Welcome it up. And could you surrender this feeling over to something I like to call beingness? Beingness is just this moment. It's the quiet space that is present right now. And could you just surrender this feeling over to beingness? And could you surrender to beingness even more? And even more. And even more. Now notice what you're experiencing. How do you feel now? Notice if you feel quieter, calmer, more relaxed. Now what you're doing and what you just accomplished is quieting your mind. You see, this whole story about I'm not good enough, I can't do it, the world is a difficult place, all it is just a sound that's playing in your head. And what you've done now is quieted that sound to some degree. And that makes you powerful and clearer to be positive and decide to do whatever you want to do. Now, we'll show you how you could take this experience and go all the way, quiet your mind completely, and leave you in a supremely powerful position to really create miracles in your life. So join us and do it by showing up at the Change Your Life telecourse. Click that link below, and we'll be happy to share this experience with you.